OK, I'm joined by our chief correspondent, Kava Solikov, for more on the future of Oliver Glasner. We know he's a remarkable character. We see how well he speaks. He's very impressive, isn't he? But he is a man in demand, isn't he? So you've got a bit of an update, I think, on his future at Palace.
Yeah, this is an update from my colleague, James Savundra, one of our reporters, and he focuses a lot of his time covering Crystal Palace as well. And his understanding of the situation this afternoon is that Crystal Palace have held positive discussions with Oliver Glasner over their future plans for the club. And next week, when we have the international break, the talks are expected to step up and be about his own situation at the club. Of course, everybody knows that he's got around 9 months left on his contract. Glasner still has a very strong, good relationship with everybody at the club, but it's thought that he wants assurances about how serious Crystal Palace are about building on the success that he's brought to the club. I think virtually every Crystal Palace would tell you that Oliver Glasner is the best manager Crystal Palace have ever had. I think from Palace's perspective, they're realistic about the situation. They know they have a world-class manager at the club, but of course they are well aware of the fact that he's out of contract next summer, and they are well aware that lots of other clubs, big clubs all across Europe, are interested in hiring him if he was to become a free agent. Yeah,
it's interesting, isn't it? You say if he was to become a free agent. He hasn't put pen to paper on a long-term deal yet, and that obviously makes a lot of speculation, doesn't it? And obviously we know there are problems at other clubs in the Premier League. Where could he possibly go?
I like talking to you, Vicky. I like answering all your questions, but the only problem I've got is that Crystal Palace are playing in less than 4 hours. So I don't want to say something and it goes on social media, and then you and I are accused of destabilising the club just as they're about to play a big game in Europe. What I will say to you is that I think Oliver Glasner still has a really good relationship with Crystal Palace. I think, if at all possible, Crystal Palace would do whatever it takes to try and get him to sign a new contract. I mean, they had a real roller coaster ride this summer, an incredible summer. They won the FA Cup. Then they had that whole legal dispute with UEFA where they were demoted from the Europa League to the Conference League. They also had the situation surrounding Eberechi Eze, who ended up leaving and joining Arsenal. Then they had the whole deadline day drama with Mark Gay as well. That ended with Oliver Glasner saying big credit to Steve Parish for pulling the plug at the last minute on Gay's proposed move to Liverpool. So he's very busy. He's got a lot of things going on at the moment at Crystal Palace. They're on this incredible long unbeaten run. I'm sure he's aware of the fact that lots of other clubs are looking at him as well. But don't forget, he's got a really special bond with Crystal Palace, the club and the supporters. He knows he's building something really special at Palace. I know most people in football would say, come on, get real, Carve. If, you know, the big clubs want him in the summer, he's not going to stick around at Crystal Palace. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I think, you know, Oliver Glasner will have a lot of options, but if he was to leave Crystal Palace, I don't really like talking about this when they're about to play in a minute.
And it would be the very worst thing.
If he was to leave, I think it would be a big decision for him. And I wouldn't be surprised if he signed a new contract, because he has built and he is building something very special at Crystal Palace. FA Cup, Community Shield, look at the Premier League table at the moment as well. And look at the fantastic squad he's got, the players he's got. And just in the last hour, we were talking about the fact that Jean-Philippe Mateta has been called up to the France squad as well. And that just shows you how Oliver Glasner develops players as well.
Yeah, and they're on this crazy unbeaten run as well at the moment, aren't they? It's just
18, 19 games,
18,
I think it is.
you're fine.
I think if they win today, will it be a record for the club?
Yes.